I'm Terry from Bed and Biscuits Boarding and Training Facility. This is Luna. She's done really good. She started out kind of not used to being on a leash at all, really. And I use this prong collar just so I can correct her. In a 6-foot leash, nothing fancy. And only time you use this prong collar is when you're training her. When she's home, at home, doing inside or outside, don't leave it on her. It's a type of choker. If she gets hung up on a gate or a tree limb or a doorknob or anything like that, she can hang herself. So she's done really good. Through all these exercises, the dog will be on your left side, okay? The dog will always be on your left side. When you make any kind of correction with this collar on, it's just a pull and release, pull and release. Her reward is to be able to walk with a loose leash. When you correct her, don't hold it and keep it tight. That just teaches her if you're going to pull this way, she's going to pull that way. Okay, when we return, we're going to start out with a heel and leash, but we're going to be doing a sit, stay, down, stay, recall, use hand signals as well as verbal commands all the way through it. Good girl. Good. Okay, so this is going to be her heel on leash. Again, she's at your left side, 6-foot leash, prong collar. As you take your first step forward, you're going to ask her to heel, and she should walk along beside you. When you stop walking, I'd like her to sit, but as long as she stops walking when you do, that's what we're asking of her. Ready, Luna? Heel. Good girl. Good girl, Luna, heel. Good girl. Come on, baby. Exercise finished. Praise your dog. Good Luna, sit, stay. The hand signal to sit is just bring your hand up like this as you tell her to sit, okay? I'm going to walk to the end of my 6-foot leash. I'm going to be reinforcing the word stay, which the hand signal to stay is palm of your hand in her face, no matter how far away you are. Show her the palm of your hand, that means to stay. As you walk away to the end of your leash, when you first start doing this at home, if you can only get this far away, stay, like one step, and then 10 seconds later, 5 seconds later, return to her, then that's fine. But eventually you want to be able to go all the way to the end of the leash like I'm going to show you here. Okay, she's sitting, stay, reinforce the word stay, 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 and you're going to return, stay. No matter how you do it, show her the palm of your hand in her face, stay, stay. Exercise finished, praise your dog. This will be Luna's down stay. It's exactly like the sit stay, but you're going to turn and face her. The hand signal to down, and just put your finger. You're almost going to have to touch the ground and tell her to down, okay? This is why when she's jumping on you, you really shouldn't tell her down, because down is going to mean to lay down. When you're telling her to stay off from you jumping, you should put your hand out like this and tell her off. That's what I've taught, okay? You're going to turn and face her. You're going to give her a chance. Now you're going to tell her like 2 times. If she doesn't down, which sometimes she doesn't, just take the leash where it hooks to the collar and pull her gently as you tell her the 3rd time. Almost like a small child. Don't sit there and just keep telling her down, down, down. If she doesn't do it, every time she doesn't do it, she's breaking the command. Okay? Down. Stay. And really reinforce the word stay. 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 Return. Stay. 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 Exercise finished. Good girl. Come on, baby. Come on. Praise your dog. Good girl. Recall. Again, hand signal to sit. Hand signal to stay. Walk out to the end of your leash. Your last hand signal that you need to learn is to come. You bring your hand to your chest as you tell her to come. Tell her a nice high-pitched voice like you really want her to come. And bring your hand to your chest. She should come to you. I'd like to have her sit at your feet. As long as she comes to you. Our ultimate goal later on is to have her come when she's off leash and to have her listen to you. Okay, but that's down the road a little ways. Okay, sit, stay, 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 stay. Look. Exercise finished. Praise your dog. Okay, for conclusion, Luna's done really well. She's sometimes acts like that she doesn't know what you're talking about, like sitting. Other times she does it. before you even ask. I mean, I think the repetition, just keep doing it more and more and more, and she's got a little bit of stubbornness in her, but she's a good girl. She also has a little bit of an ear infection. I've been trying to put some medication in it just a little bit here, but I'll talk to you about it when you come and pick her up. That's why she shakes her head a little bit at times. But anyway, she's done really well. When you do this, when you get her at home, she's gonna be excited to see you for the first day or so. When she calms down, don't drill her with all these commands until she's calmed down at home. And then do these, what I do is I come out in the morning and do this training, what we did right here. I'm doing a lot of talking now, but usually it only takes me about 5 or 10 minutes. Come back out later in the afternoon, do the same thing again, twice a day if I can. And do the same thing, repetition every time, and she's learning really well. In and out of doorways, when I go through the kennel, I make her sit, stay, open up the door, and I walk through the door first. Of course, I got her on a leash, and then I use a hand signal to come and have her come in as I walk her in. She's doing really good at that. But later on, if you opt to do it, we can do an off-leash training too, to where we do all these exercises off-leash. But she's got a little bit of growing up to do and get really, really good on a leash, which is your job at home, to get her to do better and better and better before we even try to do anything off-leash. Okay, thank you very much. Good girl, Luna. Good girl.